Tuesday, Technical Tuesday. That's right, guys, we are back again, and this is volume 29. Sorry guys, we look a bit scruffy and a bit tired. We've actually been awake all morning, just
since
had a few,
5 o'clock.
Yeah, pretty much since 5. We had some meetings and stuff regarding everything FX, which is coming real soon. We're just wrapping up on, because we did actually want the website to be about 40 to 50% free for you guys.
Yeah.
So again, it's just a lot of hard work, just getting on top of everything. But give us maybe another 10 days and we'll have an exact deadline for you guys to enjoy.
Yeah, we thought it was actually going to be a good idea to include like a running blog on there, whereas because we always get many traders, even on Skype now it's going off, people sharing their stories, and we thought have a little blog and we'll set that up so people can actually write and maybe be featured on the blog and give their trading horror stories, success stories, and just all-round motivation for other people as well. So it's just slowly coming together, and we're now in the testing phase, so it's going pretty well.
Yeah, it's very expensive, big websites, a big project. So yeah, you guys won't be let down when it comes up. But however, for this Technical Tuesday, by the way, on this weekend was bank holiday here in the UK, so it's a 3-day weekend, and we actually came back and we had over 150 emails from people that have booked the course. We've actually had 5 people book the course in the last 2 hours, and compared to a lot of people that want to know about prices and stuff like that, and one subject or a topic or a question, whatever you want to call it, that comes time and time again is, guys, I want to trade but I have a full-time job.
Yeah, it's a full-time job. Now, our experience, we've spoke about this before in other videos, that we didn't have a full-time job and we went all in. Now, people who do get in touch with us, and that was having a Skype conversation with a guy from, was it Sweden or something? Anyway, some international guy, and he was like, I haven't really got time for trading. Do you recommend I do the course, learn from you guys, and just quit my job completely? However, if we said that to so many people, the course would be rolling in. We're not about that. We always tell people that it's not a good idea. It's something that you can do alongside work and other commitments.
We've had quite a few students that have gone ahead and quit their job after probably about 6 or 7 months, after doing the course. And again, we still wouldn't be like it's a good idea.
After being profitable,
that's not a responsibility. But again, everyone kind of comes in with a mind frame of, I can't trade or I can't start to learn because I'm in a full-time job, and that's not the right way. To kind of go back a few years, when we were first learning, we also used to have the exact same mindset, exact same mind frame. When we start to trade, me and Sean used to wake up, I promise, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every single day, burning our eyes at the charts.
Yeah, so overall, it's not a good idea just to drop everything and come on to trading. You will get very, very stressed out, and you can go watch our video on psychology, where a lot of those tendencies will actually creep in out of desperation and so on. And a lot of the most successful people in the world actually have more than 1, 2, 3, even 5 sources of income. So you can do this alongside any other business or part-time or full-time job, and around family life as well. So with that being said, going back to when we were learning, we used to post charts here and there, even though when we were kind of terrible, people were like, oh, what's this about? And we tell them, it looks too complicated, and many people think, oh, do I have to have, them complicated trading screen setups? And me and Nat certainly did. I think Nat bought one of the big game stations with a load of gigabytes and so on, had like multiple screens in the corner. Again, that's kind of a stereotype we do see on certain movies, and you don't need any of that, to be honest.
Yeah, I definitely found that trap in my bedroom. I was trying to create, like, I don't even know what it was, like a proper trading cave. Where I thought I'd need 7 different screens, and I can't, kind of a social life. I can't watch anything. It just would generally be wake up, charts, and that definitely cost me and Sean a lot of money, a lot of pain, tears, and it's the complete wrong way to think. Often will lead to over trading, and it will lead to a whole bunch of mistakes we're about to get into. So yeah, guys, if you think you've got to quit your full-time career, I want to tell you right now, that's not the way to go about trading.
Yeah, alongside what Nat said about the the over trading and so on, me personally, I had 4 screens tucked away in my bedroom. I would literally roll out of bed 6 a.m. and I would check the fundamentals on one screen. I would have charts on one. I'd have Bloomberg running, even though it's got nothing to do with Forex. And then I would even just be that bored. I would start going into forums, talking to other people, then just getting mixed up in a whole load of crap. So the 2 MacBooks you see right in front of us are what we use day in, day out. At the end of this, we'll go into our actual trading routines. And we've even had people come onto the course with older laptops. Some people's laptops don't even work and you've gone to buy another one for like 100, 200 pounds. You don't need some fancy ass software, and you can just pick it up and take it around with you, and again monitor the trades from your mobile phone as well.
That's right, so anyone can get started, and that's what we're going to try and talk about in this video, is a lot of mistakes and traps people fall into. One of the most popular mistakes and traps that we've heard, definitely when it comes to I'm too busy to trade, is they want to give their investment to other people. And just 10 minutes ago we actually went to go grab a quick coffee. Well, I did, and even at the petrol station there, we were in the Audi R8, and some guy recognized us off Instagram, and the first question that he'd actually asked us was, okay, what's your minimum investment that I can give to you guys? And we've always said from the start.
No, before he actually said that, he actually asked how long the course was, and then when we said 6 months, it must have hit him. It's way too long. And then just as Nat said, he came out asking what's our minimum investment, and we hear it, people on Skype now asking us, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all this.
The amount of Snapchats I get.
People say, I haven't got the time for it. They're just trading, and they're not working smart. They're trying to work too hard on the charts.
But the thing we're trying to get across is to do not fall into the trap of giving money to other people. Anyone that's successful at anything is not going to go ahead and accept your 1, 5, even 10, 15,000. That's not what a professional trader does. So yeah, guys, I know it's an easy trap to think to yourself, okay, I found this person on social media, I trust them with my money, I'm too busy, so let me give them my money and your savings, and that's not how to go about it. And chances are 99.9% it will go terrible and you will regret it. It's best to invest that money into yourself, because if you lose money with someone else, you have both lost your money and you haven't learned nothing. At least if you trade and it doesn't go too well to begin with, which it probably won't, it's just part of life, but at least you'll learn a lesson every single time.
Yeah, alongside robots as well, the signals, we've had many people come to see us who, I say, what's your prior trading experience? And there's signals. I found this one guy and I was following him for a bit and so on. However, still the same thing is you can't really rely on anybody else in this market. We've said this time and time again. When we felt doubtful, we were always looking for other people to guide us, but something inside just knew it weren't right, because if these guys drop off the face of the planet, then you're going to be stuck in a rut basically.
Yeah, we yet to come across any kind of signal service which is guaranteed, because I promise if it did exist, everyone would use it. It's easy to fall into signals because, again, if you do work full time, you can think to yourself, I'm just going to get a text message, an SMS, an email with entry, exit, stop loss, and it's going to be a nice little fairy tale.
So wrapping that up, signals bad, robots bad, dropping everything and going into Forex, very, very bad. Do not drop your whole life just to get into FX, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Speaking to one guy, actually didn't do the course, he's one of our old friends from America, and he said, guys, I've not done too much trading recently, and but however I'm moving over to the UK and I want to do it full time. I was like, well, how do you expect to do that when you've got no plan, you've got no records, etc.? People think it's as easy as that. It is easy if you know exactly how to do it alongside work, but you're just going to end up burning yourself out and being stressed overall.
That's right. So yeah, it's something, trading is something that which you can literally just dedicate even half an hour to an hour to every single day. But again, we get so many excuses about I can't do it because of this and I can't do it because of that.
Yeah, many excuses. I hear it to this day, even some people today. One guy was asking me so many people have been asking me for signals myself recently, mainly on Facebook, because the market has been a bit insane. Some of the major pair moves and whatnot. I had one guy said he was stuck in EURUSD, half of his account down, really struggling, and I said to him, you haven't really learned anything from that, you need some education. He told me he'd lost over 20-30k. I was like, why don't you just learn? He's like, I haven't got the time, I've got a family to feed. And a lot of people think because they work and whatnot, then you have to come home, you have to make the tea, drink a cup of tea, maybe even just watch their favourite soaps for a few hours, and that's like 4 or 5 hours out of your day.
Oh god, yeah, I think the average adult, I think, I love watching this and, finding out about this information, but the average adult spends... in the UK, I think even worldwide.
America's probably the worst. Over 5, but the UK is about 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours of TV every single day. And if you can watch 4 hours of TV every single day, and that's going to help you this much, absolutely zero, then what's stopping you from even picking up pen and paper and figuring out what you want in life? And a lot of people now come up to me and saying, look, I've got this idea, I want to start it up, even if it's not to do with trading. And it's as simple as, I want to begin somewhere, and I promise that I'm going to start soon. That one day mentality will probably last a few years. You know, I always say, what's stopping you from getting a plain paper and a pen? Again, this is what I want to achieve, and these are the different ways I can go about it. As soon as you start that, I promise you'll make the time, and your TV time will cut in half. I promise, if me and Sean sat there and we watched TV every single day, there's no way we would, forget Technical Tuesdays, we would even be where we are when it comes to trading. I can't remember the last time I turned the TV on. Don't get me wrong, I watch movies, I watch documentaries, but at the same time, when it comes to making a decision, you know, spend an hour or 2 hours a day figuring out what, you know, it's going to work for me, and then prioritize your time.
And it depends how comfortable you are with life as well. I was very comfortable with my prior situations, which give me the motivation, the drive, not to be an average person who watches TV day in, day out. And yeah, with that being said, you know, the TV has not said about the pen and paper. I like to always write my goals down. Many people make too many you know, announcements but no moves to back it up, and what can really just one step, okay, is writing your goals down. Like I want to spend an hour at the charts learning a certain candlestick formation. Even if you don't do the course, obviously you're putting that effort in. Like I used to write down one day, maybe in 6 months, I aim to be financially independent, even if it's just a little bit. Okay, you know, a couple hundred a month, just to start seeing that sustainable income come, and then as you hit them goals off, you feel more motivated to continue.
Maybe you should tell them about the vision board.
Yeah, vision board as well. I've posted mine. I've made a new one about a month ago. I make a new one every year. A vision board is quite powerful. Where the first thing I do when I wake up, I've just got a board, and it's got, you know, HD pictures of certain goals, you know, like certain lifestyle, even if it's just eating well. Trading, I've got like some trading profits on there, some good analysis and whatnot. And again, when you wake up and see those goals, it's like, boom, you know, you come out of dream world, you're like, wow, I want it, that's what I want to achieve today, and it gives you that boost. So you always need to motivate yourself as well, because many, you know, we've seen it time and time again, especially us from our backgrounds and families. A lot of people's families always push them to go the safe route, not really, you know, motivating to do something. So you got to do it yourself. End of the day,
That's
write
right.
goals, vision board, pen and paper.
I was going to say, Sean actually introduced me to a vision board, and after that I've used it, and I've actually got other friends using it as well. And I remember even one time when me and Sean were, again, probably in that mind frame of 10-11 hours for another day, you know, we'd have certain stuff like the Maserati, for example. I'm going to hopefully in this video upload right now a picture of a blue Maserati which me and Sean actually found on Google, and this was back in 2000,
start of 2013.
Start of 2013. And you know, within probably about a year and a half, in 2014 we went and purchased this. But again, it's because it was in our mind and what we worried about. We didn't, again, make any excuses about why we can't achieve it. It was in front of us every single day, and that helped us work towards it.
You need a vision and a plan.
You need a vision and a plan, and that's trading initially as well, and that's in life as well. But okay, to wrap this video up, again, we just want to go and share a little bit more about daily routines. You know, of all of our students that come here, one of the things we take pride in is to find out a little bit more about our students. So, you know, even from asking what they do, you know, where they work, you know, even who they live with sometimes. And again, we can just take it apart and say, all right, you know, because you got 9 to 5, you wake up an extra half an hour early here, do some analysis, and then when you do finish work, you know, an hour at the charts just to conclude your day. It's all about being organized as a trader. That's literally it. You know, 85-90% of, you know, being a consistent trader is organization. And I'll pass it over to Sean to kind of give you a bit more about our daily routines when it comes to actually time wise.
Yeah, all right, so organization overall. So let's say wake up at 7 a.m. On a Sunday or a Monday morning, I'll already have, you know, the weekly analysis prior, because again, I've lived these charts out and these currency pairs for so long now, so I'll know what potential setups are about to occur subconsciously. I'll also check the fundamentals as well to see if we've got anything dangerous, mainly in the London session, because waking up at 7, grab my laptop in bed, put it on my lap, have a little scan through. I'll already have all the tabs open, and I'll maybe select maybe 2 out of 5 currency pairs to actually maybe trade if, you know, the news is clear and nothing high volatility news around, you know, 9 in the London session for euro and pound. And yeah, I'll place a trade. Sometimes if I know, okay, it's going to depend on your analysis and risk reward, etc. If this trade is stretching 100-200 pips, I know it's not going to do it in an hour, so I do not need to sit there on the computer and wait for it. So what do? might go back to sleep. If I don't see a trade, I might go back to sleep for an hour. If I do find a trade, I put it on and might go back to sleep for an hour again, or go out and just enjoy some sunshine or whatnot if we ever get any. But yeah, you don't have to force anything. And I said, from your bed, you don't have to wake up to. I don't even have to wake up to an alarm clock because I'm pre-programmed to wake up, check the laptop.
As I say, you definitely wake up for the money. In a similar position, I wake up roughly about 8 o'clock every single day, and the first thing I'll do is charts. I'll probably go wash my face, open a laptop, and go through the currency pairs that me and Sean have discussed. Again, we have two different kind of styles and two different opinions, so we won't really share the trade, but again, we have a similar eye on what to look for. And once I've actually kind of gone through the currency pairs, for example, I usually probably trade about 3 currency pairs, and it's simple job as open a currency pair X, there's no scenario here. Next one, X, there's no scenario here, and you can probably just tick and go, right, this is the trade scenario that I would like to play out today. And if it's not there, grab my dog and I go for a dog walk. It's very, very relaxed. I'm a Snapchat, I snap all the time. I'm taking my dog for a walk in the mornings. Why? Just because it's that relaxed trading style. If we were to wake up and spend, like we used to, 12 hours a day in front of a chart, we'd probably be negative traders more than positive traders.
Squiggles and imaginary moving averages everywhere. But you may be wondering, what do we actually do if we don't find a trade in London and go back to sleep or whatnot? Come back in the US session, I'm talking maybe 2. I've found it really gets active around 3:30, 3. And again, if there's news about 1:30, it depends. It's going to depend on the scenario, but we'll check again. Asian session, and we don't even wake up for that. No way. However, if we're trading like Aussie or any yen pairs, we're always mindful of if there's going to be any fundamentals for that night when we're asleep. So even with many of the students, a lot of them have actually come in here with just, it's all over the place. No trading journal, no trading plan, not saving any analysis, too many currency pairs, and again, it's just all over the place. So we actually tailor at the end certain strategies and points to focus on for when they go away, in which they can work around their current commitments, jobs, etc.
That's right. All of our students, no one's had the excuse, I haven't got the time for this. We've met some extremely successful and busy people in this office, who've
motivated. Most of everyone we've had is pretty damn motivated, and I've got the mind frame as well. You need to have a specific mind frame.
That's right. They come and they learn right at this desk, and we don't hear no excuses. It's right, guys, you tell me when I need to be trading, you tell me what strategies to use, and I'll go ahead and use it. And we've got absolute fantastic students which are doing really, really well, and we actually hope to even interview them for you guys. We might kind of do like a Skype lesson where we record, and we might even let them have technical Tuesdays breakdown because their analysis is getting so good. So yeah, overall, to wrap this topic up, guys, you do not need to quit your job to become a trader. If you do, again, it probably might work against you. And just packing in the excuses. I haven't got time, it's too complicated, there's too much math involved. All this kind of negative thinking about what trading is involved in, it's nothing to do with that. And that's the reason we love it. We're actually passionate about trading. Making money is absolutely brilliant, but when you actually are passionate about what you do, everything else will click in place.
Indeed. So make time, take some risks, and just get involved.
Yeah, that's it. And now, hopefully you guys enjoyed that kind of section, and if you did have any kind of thoughts and rumors about what a daily routine looks like, that's all cleared up for you. And if it isn't, drop a question in the comment box, and hopefully we'll get to that as well.
We all have the same 24 hours in a day, so let's crack on to the good stuff anyway.
Cool. Let's get on to technicals.
To the technical part of Technical Tuesdays volume 29. Now, first of all, I'm just going to go into a trade setup which I posted yesterday on Twitter and Instagram, which was GBP USD. Many people out there are actually thinking GBP USD was about to melt after last week's candle close, which I'm going to get to shortly. However, this was the before shot, 1.5200 expected upside on the pair. We went long with a 55 pip stop loss. We were aiming for 110 pips, but we took about 80-90 on this. We manually closed this. Now, I'll go through the reasoning after for this trade, but again, this was, I can't remember what time I posted it. I think it was early in the morning anyway. I think it was London session. I did this one and EURUSD. I picked those two out of 6 currency pairs, okay, and they look the best. So I went with GU and EU. Now, I'm still in EU, however, I'm going to get to that and I might even close that position due to something that I've just seen on the chart. So with this one, around 80 pips net profit on this. Now, again, that came through in 24 hours, nearly 24 hours. So what did we do? Stopped looking at the charts, closed the lid on the laptop, and just enjoyed ourselves, basically cracked on with some other projects that we had on. I might even do a withdrawal with that profit, who knows. But I'm not going to chase this pair anymore, okay? I'm going to run over it with you guys just to give you my outlook. However, just that 100 pips is, again, sufficient for the whole week, to be honest, for us. So that was the before shot here, okay? And then the after shot of that, which I just put on Instagram and Twitter. This is an hourly, the prior was a 30-minute. And as you can see there, 1.5100 was proven as a key level of support for this pair, and then we had indeed popped up. Looks like we're actually breaking this trend line at the moment. Okay, we had the MAs crossed over and whatnot, standard procedure. But again, I'm just waiting for this to give us more confirmation if you want to go higher or wants to go lower. So yeah, that's one great trade and one great example of how waking up at 7, spotting 2 trade setups out of 5 or 6 led to a decent handful of pips in just under a day. Okay, so onto the charts now. As you can see, there's GU. What I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to start on the monthly. Okay, so monthly overall, very clean and simple chart. Again, those who want to trade along other jobs and commitments, etc. The way we analyze the market from top to bottom, putting on our key levels, etc. The correct way allows us to not keep. We don't have to keep fiddling with these. These are going to play out for months ahead, weeks ahead. So it makes our job as an analyst overall and a trader a lot easier. And yeah, as I say, this currency pair at the moment, as you can see, 1.5 level just here, we have held above that. Last week we spiked, I think the highs were around 1.5490, and we did say the week before 1.5500. That's when we were trading at 1.5170. Now that's a good amount of pips there for you. Again, in a week, 300 pips. Again, you could split that, even if you got 300 pips a month in 1 month alongside other commitments, careers, jobs, etc. That is still a decent amount of profit overall. So yeah, with this pair, what I'm looking at now is in fact this. Okay, this actually shook a lot of people up last week, and everyone, I know a lot of people actually going short just based off this candle here. However, I want some more confirmation because we're still in the range. We're still holding above this trend line as well. It was resistance, now support, and the MAs are getting quite close together. Now, the amount of people collectively who will be selling with stop losses up here can be quite substantial. So again, don't think like just a standard retail trader overall. What I can also see here, what I'm going to just try and do, I'm just spotting this off the top of my head. I'm going to try and put a fib from the bottom to the top. Okay, so we have the fib from here to here, and at the moment we are resting upon the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level at 1.5143. Daily candle green, however, didn't really give a lot of momentum on that close. If it does close like that in around an hour, 2 hours, okay, so it could be a potential spinning top. However, this area of support right here from the prior yesterday's candle also closes a spinning top. 1.5100 seems to be a good standing area of support. So coming down to the 4-hour chart, let me just put this trend line back on. 1, 2. As you can see, we broke that. This could potentially be a retest, and as I go even lower, we can in fact see. Okay, this was where I was buying yesterday. Okay, again, a lot of noise around these levels, lows of 1.5087. Again, my stop loss was around 1.5045, 1.5055. So again, I 1 to 2 risk reward on this trade, because I knew if that handle we closed below that level, we could have gone substantially lower. Now, with this, as you can see, this little area of resistance now support. It's also retesting the back end of that trend line. Coming to the hourly time frame, okay. We can see where we dipped below the 38.2 and we came back above. Highs of today, 1.5217s. And yeah, as you can see, we're just resting on that. As we go lower, we're going to get more clues as to where the price action is going to lead us. If we do sustain above 1.5160, 1.5150 at most, we are going to be bullish on this pair. I do think GBP USD could potentially run up to this level here. 1.5380, 1.5400. Alright, that dynamic area. If you do break that back up and beyond 1.55, on the monthly, just flick back to the monthly. Last month's bullish engulfing candle, we did was a nice bullish engulfing. However, we still clocked right below 1.55. So at the minute, it's kind of indecisive to say the least. To go short on this pair, to go short, I do think we could just break back a daily close below 1.5100. So a daily close below 1.5100 goes short, and a let's say, let me just simplify this a little bit. For longs, we need a break of this level here, 1.5220. If we get a 4-hour close above that, I reckon we can go long. But even now, it's the risk reward is great. The risk reward for this is great, probably a 1 to 3. Okay, stops again, they're going to have to obviously go in a safe place. I'm not here to give out stop losses and targets and signals, etc. I'm just here to help you alongside your current market initiative and knowledge. All right, so many people selling GU. Is it time for GU to go down? Only if we're trading back below 1.5100. Okay, so yeah, my view on GU is long. Good couple hundred pips there. Right, EU on the other hand, okay, quite indecisive EU. Again, came down today. I did post yesterday again, EU longs. Many people selling EU. However, taking it down to the 4-hour, we did literally pull back here. Big bullish engulfing. However, what we're capped at now, we can see this more clearly on an hourly time frame, is I just slammed this Fibonacci on just to see, you know, if it fits. And we do have a nice cap here at the 61.8, 1.1200. So watch this level. This could potentially be a retracement level for a short, which also leads me to believe could GU go short as well. However, because we're a tricky time right now with non-farm payroll on Friday, so be very careful. If we get maybe a 4-hour close, all right, a 4-hour close above 1.1200, especially 1.1240, this will go long, and this will take out these highs here. And last week my bias was on EURUSD after the weekly close for the pair to actually reach 1.1500. To go short, if this does break, let's say breaks simple this counter trend line here. However, I would be a bit reluctant. Again, I think I'm bullish on this, to be honest. I'm bullish on this. I'm just going to say I'm bullish on this, bullish on pound. However, break back below 1.1120, we can go short. 1.1 here targets. But just be careful. Just be careful, because upside overall 1.1500, which is also a daily key area, a key zone here on the daily as well, which you can clearly see right there. And yeah, as you can see, also we did come back down for a little bit of a retest of this support level. So the bigger picture is telling me that this is going to go long. However, I'll just put that Fibonacci on there just for you know, a warning sign, basically. Okay, next pair I'm going to go over is AUDUSD. Now AUDUSD, we did actually hit and smash straight through 0.8 right here. We actually made highs 0.8060, 0.8070. We did have a spinning top and we came crashing back down. However, the crash back down, if I go to a 4-hour chart, let's see if I can add a fib. I know that this was my prior C retracement, so that becomes A, B. Right, and if you look at there were some fundamentals for RBA, some RBA rate statement that came out, and as you can see here, it was capped by the 61.8 fib. Alright, this may, if this daily candle closes strong, we may see this risk reward here. This has been drawn on for 2 weeks, and that was target 1 for me. Whoops, target 1, 0.8. Beyond that, we're looking at 0.8240. I'm going to say that just to be safe. So yeah, daily close is quite significant. I wouldn't go short on this pair. There's nothing telling me this is going short now. However, yeah, nice amount of pips from 7.950s to 8.250s. So 300 pips there on this to the upside. So EU long, GU long, AU long. I'll give you all the targets you can go back, and I'm just going to spin over one quick pair, which is sparking my attention recently, which is GBP AUD. GBP AUD on the monthly time frame, alright, has come into a key area of resistance, which is just here, 2. My weekly Fibonacci, which I've had drawn on from December the 20th, does indicate that 2.04, 2.05 could be achievable. However, I would expect a pullback. Now, hanging man formation, those who've been on the course know how to trade these properly and efficiently, alongside a simple weekly counter trend line, not counter trend line, sorry, a weekly trend line. Right, we also see on the smaller time frame, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, etc. MA's crossed over. I'm waiting for the weeklies. Have they crossed over? nearly. Okay, so what I'm waiting for is a break of 1.8800, and by the time it does that, I can see and I can envision that this may also break on the weekly / daily through this trend line here. So GBP AUD, we're looking at 1.7500. I'm just going to say that again just to be kind of sure. So 7500 from 1.9. You can do the maths on how many pips that is. And again, if you're looking at these certain trades on these time frames and knowing the certain rules of reading simple price action, you will be able to hold these trades whilst you go and do other things in your life. Now, you could have a long-term trade on. You could even let that run for a few weeks and work out the pips. Let's say on a monthly basis. So if I make 800 pips on this in 1 month, that's 200. That's 200 a week in net profit. So think of it again long-term, like a business. So. With this one now, I do think this can fall. However, we've got some 4 hour, a little bit of support there, which again, so choppy. Be careful on this as well, guys, because it can move fast. Okay, but yeah, I'm looking for a daily close and a weekly close, ideally below 1.88. So I've just run into that pair off the top of my head because it's something that I haven't covered in a while. So I hope that was useful and that analysis helped. So EURUSD. This could easily just flick up. It could easily just flick up, but GU as well, longs on that for now. If anything changes, okay, non-farm payroll as well, I could potentially see this come all the way back here by Friday night. Anything change, I'm going to update like the Twitter and so on. I'm getting quite bored of actually posting charts on there now. That's why with FOREX, it's going to be it's just going to be brilliant hub for you to come and get your weekly and daily trading needs overall. Basically, it's always good just to see our viewpoint overall, given the track record on the last 28, 27 technical Tuesdays and so on. So that's a breakdown there in 10 minutes. Now you can go ahead, pick 1 or 2. There's a decent amount of pips either way, and yeah, the choice is yours. So I hope that helped, and we'll be tuning in next week. Thank you very much.